Whoa. Hi. So let's try this again. So this is test number 2, I guess. Uh, yeah, there I see myself going live. Okay, so again, I'm Gilbert. I'm working with this Algorand stuff. Algorand and the other piece of technology. Let's see, Next.js.org. You want to be able to take a look at that. And then what else do you, oh, I don't even want to show this. This is interesting. Tailwind CSS. Not that, Tailwind CSS. Okay, so this is me getting this ready because I'm going to redo all of this here in about an hour and a half or so. So, all right. Let me see what I can do. One more thing. Let me see. Okay, so now let's also get the code going. So right now you see that I got this localhost 3000. Nothing's going. I could start this, and what I'll go ahead and do is I'll bring up this guy, and when you see this, I'm gonna go ahead and npm run dev, and it starts doing its thing. I started creating this app maybe about a week ago. So this is like a brand new app. It's using Next.js. I installed it using this Next.js documentation over here. Literally just followed right here, getting started, the setup. I did npx create next app at latest, and let's see. Oh, and then I also. Oh, actually, I did this one. I did the TypeScript. Oh, you can't even see that. So I went to Next.js. Okay, so I gotta get used to doing this. Yeah, I gotta get used to doing this. And bam, bam. Okay. And let me see some notes to get started. So, yep, I created this, did a manual setup. Okay. And what else do I got going? This is not what I'm trying to do here. Okay. I wonder if it's even working. Let's turn this guy off. I don't even know if you can hear me. Can I even be heard? Well, it seems like it's picking me up. So, home. So, yep, I guess it is working. So, yep, I guess it is working. Okay, so get rid of that. It is working. Let me see what else I can do. Put this guy, properties. Nope, can't do that. That's good. That's as good as that's gonna get. Okay. What else do I need to do? What else do I need to think about? Should I make this game? Should I make this? Nope. Okay. So I need to be able to place them side by side one way or another. And so I need to be able to just see. This is just that. Okay, there's the code. There's the setup. And I need to be able to, I need to get like a third monitor over here. I need to get a third monitor so that I could see this dude over here. Okay, but I don't have a third monitor right now, and that's not going to happen for a while. So let's forget about it, Michael. Okay, so this will be Next.js. I don't currently have Tailwind installed on this, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out, that's where I was going to start at on this app, on this particular, in these live chats. So when I start doing that, I'm going to come to the documentation. I'm going to do the installation right here. And you can actually find Next.js right here, an installation guide, which is pretty cool because I've actually been using Vue for the past few years. And so I decided when I wanted to make this app, since this is something that's completely on my own time, it's just in my personal time, just because I've seen these cryptocurrencies and I kind of want to get into one, and this is the one I found that seems the best for me to get into. And I also decided, hey, you know what, since I'm doing something brand new, I'm going to jump from what I normally know to something I've never really made. And I've touched on React in the past just a little, and I haven't used it very much. Like I said, I've used mostly Vue. I've used a lot of Laravel. I've used quite a bit of Node, so I know, I'm capable. I've used a lot of Express.js in the past. So, but anyway, so Next was something I'd heard about, and it uses React components. And React tends, apparently, the community likes to use this Tailwind, which I've been using Bootstrap mostly the past few years. So it's all pretty much brand new to me, other than the language JavaScript, which I know JavaScript. Everything's pretty much brand new, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show how I learned something brand new, and hopefully other people might be able to see how I learned these new development things when something new comes up, because these are all kind of brand new, relatively new. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this Next.js. Like I said, I'm not going to go over creating a Next.js app. I'll do that eventually later. I really just want to go over, let's see this app. Let me see. Here is the app that we're going to be making. It's working for Algorand. I'll have to find the creator of Algorand, Troct. He's on Twitter. I don't have that. I'll link that in the description next time when I actually come back on. And I'll obviously redo this. At this moment, I've just created a simple website that kind of connects, and I just trying to figure out Next.js in particular. I'm trying to learn out how, let me go ahead, like for example, how these pages work and how data fetching works, and the built-in CS support and all that. So there's a lot of things that I've never seen because I've never really come across this. But I've been really working on these pages, and it's kind of cool because in the pages you could actually see in the code how that works. You get your pages. Let me go ahead and close all that. But you got pages. Behind most of this, other than I think I created this components directory right here. And obviously code made this VS Code, and next.next over here, that's the code that I think is generated when it is actually when it's built. So anyway, here in the pages, every page is its own endpoint, which is very interesting because this is very much like an Express app where you'd make an API page or you'd make a route page. And but instead of it being like what I'm used to Express when I use Node like this is using a React component, and Next.js is behind the scenes creating these routes, which are really interesting. So I like that concept, where it makes this a whole lot easier to build a project, because I don't really have to build the routes. I just have to build the React component at this location, and it already builds the route for me. Which I would have had to do with Express. And of course it comes with Next has quite a it's got a lot of other things, like for example the data fetching, which is also something that you could see in the edge over here, the data fetching. So yeah, cool, 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 cool. Let me hold on real quick. Yeah, this is a cool little test. Let me do something real quick. Huh. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm still live, aren't I? um. Okay, let's keep going. I'm still practicing this. I'm taking some messages. All right. Uh-oh, that was a cough. You don't want to do that no more. That's illegal almost. So let's see. You gotta click this so that you can see this data fetching. Data fetching allows you to get some information through an asynchronous way and then place it into the page. So this is how I'll be able to, in Vue, it's the same kind of situation. It's the word props, but instead of getting it a certain way like I would do it through Vue, this has its own particular way, which is kind of cool. Which is this get static props. This is just things that I'm talking about, obviously, that don't really apply much to anything right now. I have a code. Oh, look, there is my wallet. That is not my wallet. That is Trock's address, actually. Um, so this doesn't really matter though because this is just calling my API. Hopefully, there's nothing here. I think I got my key already in an environment, a .m file, a .env file. So I don't think I have any keys that are bad to show. So let's see what else. What else on it? What else? I'll be. Oh, look at all this is just code that I created that is didn't work out. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and delete a lot of this because I got that working some other way. And let's do this. Get rid of all of this. This is unnecessary, unnecessary, unnecessary code. And that's done. That's done. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so this is the gallery page. Let me show you what pages I've got on this particular app. And it's pretty cool because I'm using TypeScript. If you see the tsx.tsx, that's the TypeScript with the, what is it, JSX, I think JX. So apparently I think it's called JSX, which is what it uses for the rendering. So let me see if I find the class gallery. This is a component. It's got a render method, and the render method returns HTML, and this is JSX right here. And so I believe the TSX is something that helps compile the JSX Whereas TS by itself, TypeScript by itself, I don't think would actually be compiling using the JSX stuff. I don't even really know too much about JSX. I just know you use it in React. Whereas Vue, I think Vue had its own, Vue has the .vue files. So, got this and that. That's all really it is. So, there's another cough. And let me see. So index links. This is a component right here. This is actually an array. So that's also pretty cool. I learned that. That's through the React. I need to get a React components and props. So here's React documentation. You got React. They got your hello world. This is all things that I guess I could later on create and kind of duplicate for other people and kind of dissect what's going on here. Because here's the JSX that I was talking about. So why JSX and what is JSX? It's a syntax. Let's see, what do they call it? It's a syntax extension to JavaScript. Okay, so that's what it's called. It's a syntax extension, which helps you make this nifty HTML that you just throw in, and it's really cool. I find this pretty cool because you can just throw the HTML into like an array, and that array, and because that's what this is, this create index down here actually creates the index, which you can actually see. Wrong book. Let's go here. You can actually see that when you come over here. This is what my little index right now. It says home, contact, dashboard, gallery, and at the bottom you'll see, where it shows you localhost 3000 at the home, contact, and the contact I'm using I think you already did it. I've got some issues with that, so let me refresh it. It's this thing for Trox NFT gallery. So he's got I believe this is like what is it? Constant contact or something like that. This is a constant contact form. But then you got a dashboard, which currently has nothing, but I'm gonna put information about that comes from Algorand here. And then the gallery, currently there is a gallery here of Trox gallery. Of his created, these are all his created: Algodroids, Avatar Ethernet, Anarchy Red, Crystal Ball series, Tiny Man to the Moon, Trippy Ball. This just the page that has several of his assets, and here's the second page, and then that shows more of his assets coming straight out of his. This isn't connected to a database, mind you. This is connected to an Algorand account. So this all comes from the API. These are all his created assets. And it's using it's just the pictures. So it's pretty interesting. Here's some of these are actually GIFs that have some cool little effects like that. There's another one. Anyway, I'm going to be using Tailwind to design all of this into something that's, more a better representation over here. And then you also got, whatever. I got to design all of this. Has to be designed right now. Since I'm using Tailwind brand new, I've never used it. I don't really know how it works. I'll probably be reading a lot of documentation on my live streams, so that's pretty cool. And I'll get Tailwind right here. I still have to install it. I haven't even installed it yet. Setting up Tailwind. I'm gonna have to do it like that because I did not create my project with Tailwind, so I'll have to set it up. Install Tailwind using this, and then after we see this, I'll have to do, let's see, editor support. What do we got to do? Components, playground, core concepts, and optimizing. So a lot of this is important when you're learning these kinds of things. Customization, configuration, themes, breakpoints, colors, spacing, base styles. So let's take a look at what kind of components they might have. Let's see component wise. Beautiful UI components crafted with Tailwind. So let's see, marketing, page sections. What is this? So 10 components, hero sections, feature sections, pricing sections, header sections. I wonder if they've got pagination sections. Let's see, content, banners, feedback, page examples, application. Let's see, Section headings, grid lists, feeds. Gotta just, when you're learning something brand new, you just kind of skim over everything, especially if you already know what you're kind of looking for. So I found a pagination. So check this out. It does have a pagination. So look at that. It has get the code over here. So let's see. Oh, look, buy once, use it forever. So I'm going to have to do something about this. That's going to be a thing. What is that? So that must be something about their UI. That's kind of cool. Application marketing. I'll have to take a look at that because I'm not sure what this is even at. So that's kind of crazy. So that's their components here that they are clearly. What is that from? That's something else. This is something getting started, optimizing this product, utility first. So anyway, well, I'm gonna have to get going on something else like this because that's really kind of what I wanted to do. Was get this pagination going with I know with Bootstrap there is something built in that allows me to do it pretty quickly and easily. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it with Tailwind, but that's the beauty. That's what it's all about. How are we gonna do what I already in a brand new thing? Because I really do. I've looked at this. I do really like Next. I think it's kind of it is something that I want to move into as far as my own personal work, what I use, and I've been hearing about it for a while, and I know that React is quite popular, and I really want to work with React, and so I think that this is going to be a good fit because I know I also use Laravel when I know PHP and I do PHP. I've done WordPress and all that, but I've come across in the past few years Laravel, and Laravel is pretty cool. I've done some few things in Laravel, and Laravel was using Vue, and it was using Bootstrap, but it seems like it seems like a lot of people are moving from Vue and Bootstrap on Laravel, kind of moving to this React Tailwind situation. And so that was another thing. If I figured, Tailwind and React, I could easily transfer those over to Laravel projects if necessary. And I think I do, as much as I really like Vue and the way Vue works, I just think that this Next.js and these Laravel projects, the back end is so important that I think that they're coming around as this front end version. And I think, I kind of see why. It comes with a bunch of cool little, um, let's see, like for example, like I said, layouts, image optimization, font optimization, script, static file serving with the fast, it's got a fast refresh. Obviously it comes with environment, routing, API. It's got routing. Uh, it's got, I think it uses Webpack. I haven't even come across the Webpack, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Let me see. I didn't even see it. So I'm not sure how they're building it, but just the way it works for me has been really uh, over the past. I've only been using it now for about a week on this project. I've really liked it. It's got a bit of a learning curve, but I am taking that time to learn it, and that's why this is. That's why I find this very interesting. So I'm still gonna be looking. Let's see, what is this? Include Tailwind, export Tailwind. So this is what I'm gonna be doing, I guess tonight is probably figuring out. Make sure I install Tailwind and what I can actually do with it, and maybe start messing with this page right here. Because I gotta not just do I gotta do the pagination, but I also gotta, design these links up top to be something better than how they're acting now. I got this home page already here that is ready to be kind of designed. Uh, in the gallery, it's got, I've got it paginated to where it's showing 20 items at a time. And so these need to be turned into, a grid and all that. So I've got a lot to learn with this Tailwind because that's all something I think I could easily do a lot quicker with Bootstrap. But I'm sure I can do it just as quickly with Tailwind once I actually know what I'm doing here. Let's see. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna end this stream though because I'm gonna get back to this in about an hour or so. So I'm gonna take this time to refresh myself.